Oh my god, you guys, I'm so excited. Hi, I'm Yana. Welcome to this video and welcome to my channel, which has literally just been created. And I promised myself that I would make this channel as a sort of reward for finishing the first draft of my second novel. That's a complete first draft, y'all. And the reason this is significant is because the first draft of my first novel I finished when I was a teenager. Now, I hope you can't actually tell that much, but that was a very long time ago. And that first novel, actually, I did publish. Don't get overexcited. It got published in Bulgaria, which is where I'm originally from, which is a teeny tiny market, and it works a lot differently than how things are in the UK or the US. So not only did I not get a bonus for that book, but I also had to pay a little bit of money to get it published, even though it was traditionally published. And you still had to either find sponsorship or pay for it yourself so that you could get it out there. So at the time, I had a little bit of money. I paid for it myself and it was published, which was great. I had no big expectations for that book. I knew that I had written it as a teen. I knew that my style would develop. I just wanted to get it out there. I didn't want it to be gathering dust, and I did think that it was good enough to publish. I still think that. I still think that's a really fun book. But the point is, for me, that was a first step. What happened to the second step, girl? Because it's been like maybe around 15 years? Well, life happened. So I moved countries. I live in Scotland now. And in the meantime, I finished a degree in genetics. Then I did a PhD. I wrote this. I'm gonna put up a photo. This is my PhD thesis. It's called The Neuroendocrinology of Maternal Behavior in Birds. So obviously nothing to do with literature and writing. And I was struggling to pay bills and just so much happened. I was doing theatre and writing kind of, it doesn't disappear, but it slowed down, especially when it comes to novels. Because I do write other things. I write songs and poetry and plays, because I do a lot of amateur theatre. I've written plays for specific amateur groups that have been performed, mainly my amateur group. I mean, who am I kidding? So I do write other stuff, but at heart I always felt like I was a novelist. And the last few years I started feeling like a complete fraud, because I kept thinking that I was a writer and I was a novelist. And this is even part of the reason I came to Scotland, because the UK has a better book market and it's just a better place for writers. And I had this naive idea that I would get my degree in biology, I would get my PhD, and I would then become a university professor and I will teach, which I absolutely love. I love teaching. And in my spare time, I would write books and it would be amazing. And it obviously doesn't work like that. It's not that easy. A big part of why I decided to get out of that life is because it became clear after so many years that it was incompatible with my writing. I know that there are probably other people who can do it, but I can't. And it wasn't until about a year and a half ago I became a freelancer. As I said, I finished my PhD, I graduated, got my fancy piece of paper and got out of academia, and I became a freelancer. and that's when I got the time and the inspiration and the skills kind of started coming back. All of the credit for convincing me to try to join Authortube goes to Kate Cavanaugh. I happened upon her videos completely by chance. I was watching something on YouTube. It was probably something booktube related, or maybe I was looking for some tips because I was stuck on a story, and I happened upon a couple of her videos. I'm sure if you're like one of the 3 people who are watching this video right now, you've probably already watched Kate, but if by some weird chance you haven't, then go and check her out. She's really great. So thanks, Kate. This is not the first channel I've had on YouTube. I have several others, also watched by like a total of 5 people, and I post various silly things on them, but it's definitely the first time I've posted a video that has anything to do with writing. The next thing I'm gonna do is the Authortube newbie tag, so you can go and watch that if you like. However, I am going to steal some of Kate's format here. Sorry, Kate, I just like the way you do things, and ask you to leave a comment if you can and if you have a little bit of time, because I completely agree with her that comments are the funnest part of YouTube, and I would really love to hear what other people think about various topics. So I guess my questions for you are: have you ever taken a really long break from writing and then come back? Or even if you, like me, came back in starts and stops, and kind of you did it for a month or a couple of months, and then life took over and you still couldn't finish your project. So let me know down in the comments. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.